Hold up, hold up.
You don't know my Hey you guys, it's your girl Kiera and I am back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing how to install a wig with Got2b glue spray. No glue, just spray. So if you would like to see how I do that, then stay tuned and I'll get back with y'all. So we're gonna start slicking back our edges with Got2b glue so we can start our ball cat method. Y'all, I'm just recycling cornrows in my head. I had these in my head from my last wig install, so don't mind how crazy they look. Now, once you got that Got2b glue on all of your edges, we're gonna take a edge brush and slick it all back. Brush it all back so there's not no flyaways. Then we're gonna take a blow dryer and just dry it. Once that's all dry, we're gonna take our stocking cap and put it on because we're about to do our ball cap method. Now we're taking our Got2b glue spray and spraying our edges all in the front. We're gonna take our scissors and make ear holes in our stocking cap so that the ball cap can lay flat while it's drying. So now I'm going in with a little bit of extra spray so to make sure I covered everything, and then I'm gonna take a blow dryer and dry that. I blow dry on cool setting. You don't really have to always put it on hot. It'll dry the same way with the cool setting. So right here, as you can see, I'm putting the blow dryer on my forehead so I can actually lay that down flat by my ear because that part always tends to come up. I'm gonna start cutting our stocking cap. Always start in the middle so it don't start rolling up on the sides. And we're gonna cut that hole around our ear, but we're gonna leave the band down. Make sure you're cutting as close to your hairline as possible. So now that we cut this side, we're gonna take that band that I told y'all to cut off and tie it up in the back. I do this just to make sure it's secure and stays down because I didn't sew the back down. It's just an easier way. Now I'm just cleaning up the little pieces of stocking cap that's on my forehead. To get more closer to your hairline, you can also lift up the wig cap a little bit and cut closer. Now we're gonna add foundation to the color of your skin tone. I just pour a little on the back of my hand and use a beauty blender and just dab it all on my stocking cap in the front. Now we're gonna take our rubbing alcohol and wipe off our forehead where the extra Got2b glue spray and extra Got2b glue is at, just the forehead. Now this part is optional, but I like to take some Got2b glue in my edge brush and I like to lay down the front of my wig cap so that it's laying flush with my skin. I just put a little on the back of my hand and take my edge brush and press it into my skin so that it's laying flat. You can use a comb, a rat tail comb, or anything, but you don't use a lot of product, you just use a little bit. This also makes it more durable to switch between wigs without switching stocking caps. I believe this helps it last longer, so when you take your wig off, the stocking cap will still be in place. Now we're gonna blow dry that. So as you can see how much flatter and more flesh is laying with my skin. It's not like frilled up and rolled up at the bottom. So this is the wig I'm gonna be installing. It's already warm before I used. I'm just reinstalling it. I bought this wig when I was in Florida this past summer. It's not really a website, but I could tell y'all the hair store. I'll leave it in the description. So my tip for putting on the wig, the band, I just put it on and put the band behind my braids at the bottom. I don't really like to pull the wig all the way down because that makes it more tighter and hard to adjust it in the front. So I just put that band around the back to secure it, and then I start placing it and pulling it where I want it to lay. You see how much more room I have to move it? So my key for placing it, I always cover up the wig cap, but I kind of always bring the lace down a little under the wig cap, so when I go to spray it, that it sticks a little bit to my skin and the wig cap, if you understand what I'm saying. I just feel that way it looks a little more naturally melted into your skin. Now once you got that wig placed and the hair is combed back and out the way, you're gonna spray your Got2b glue spray just on your edges, on that lace part. And then we're gonna take our elastic band and tie it on. Now we're just gonna blow dry that. So while taking your elastic band off, you're gonna take it off slowly because it will be stuck to your wig from that Got2b glue spray. So as you can see, one side by my ear isn't laying down all the way. I didn't spray all the way down. But it doesn't matter because it's just like a everyday routine type thing. Like you can take this off at the end of the night and redo it again in the morning with spray. Now I'm pulling the back of the wig down now that the front is dry. And I'm gonna spray it with oil just to get some of that dry, ashy spray look away. Mind you, I only sprayed a little bit of oil. Too much oil can cause the lace to lift. And y'all don't mind that piece lifted on my ear. I'm gonna fix that when I do my baby hairs. So now I'm taking my wax stick and putting it on the spots where I'm about to use my hot comb to make it flatter. And I just go over the top at my roots just to get it flat before I start parting and laying it in the direction I want it to lay. Now I'm gonna start parting out my baby hairs. So once you got your baby hairs parted, we're gonna cut them so we can start swooping them. I like to cut from the back, not from the front, so they could be shorter on the outside than on the front of them, so they can like swoop right without looking so thick at the end. Now we're gonna take our flat irons. I don't have any little ones, so I gotta use my big ones. So if you got big ones, you gotta be very careful. Now I'm just gonna curl them upwards with my flat irons. Once that's curled, we're gonna take some Got2b glue and put a dot on the back of our hands and start swooping them. So y'all, this time I'm about to show y'all how to finesse where the lace was lifted by my ear. I just swoop my edges out, and then I swoop them over where the lace is lifted at. But when I tie it down with my elastic band, it's gonna make it lay flatter, so it's gonna fix all of that. I could have simply went back in with more Got2b glue spray, but I just chose to do this since I'm adding more Got2b glue anyways. So I just added and let it dry over that lace that's lifted, and that solves my problem since I take the wig off every day anyways. Now we're gonna tie it down with our elastic band and let that dry. So once I feel it semi-dry, I pull my elastic band off because I don't want it to dry and leave a mark on my edges or mess them up. So I let it dry, and then I pull it off and spray it with a little bit of Got2b glue spray and go back over with the blow dryer. So you guys, this was the finished look. I finished my hair. Just right ironed it. The side part. I'm flat.